What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Tuesday. Got a 15-game slate here tonight. Super excited about it. I got it broken down for you with my Money 6, 2 pitchers and 4 batters to hopefully give you some great production here tonight. So before we get going, if you could drop a like on the video, it goes a long way. Thank you. Let's try to get over like 80 likes on this one again. Thank you if we can hit that. But let's hop right into it. So there's a lot of pitchers that are good pitchers, but they're kind of in tough spots, and their salary is a little bit too expensive. So I'm going to start it off with Bumgarner. Hasn't been that great this year, but against a Colorado lineup that could be without 2 of their best lefty hitters and Trevor Story. Trevor Story's definitely out. Ian Desmond was out last night with like a lower back injury, so he could easily be out here again. And those are 2 big pieces. We saw Drew Pomeranz make pretty easy work of this lineup despite giving up a 2-run home run. He didn't allow that many hits, and he had 11 strikeouts through 5 innings. It's just that with a pitcher like Pomeranz, his pitch count gets really high, and he was pulled after 5. But Bumgarner does have the ability to go a little bit deeper. He's pitched pretty well against his team in 2 starts, 24 DraftKings points on average. And I think this is a good spot for him to bounce back after his recent struggles. The Dodgers just really have his number, at least in that last start with -5. But he's back at home, should feel a little bit more comfortable against his Colorado team. And it's a big park downgrade for Colorado. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. Then I'm going to go with Jack Flaherty, another guy. He's kind of up and down, but for whatever reason, he's just felt way more comfortable at home. If you look at the splits here, 19 DraftKings points an average in 9 starts compared to the 6.8 on the road. This is a guy with a really good stuff. It's just that his command and his location can kind of screw him over sometimes. That leads him to allow some home runs. But he has been a lot worse against lefties this year. That's the main reason why I like him, is that this A's lineup is littered with the righties. Their only really good lefty is Matt Olson, and if he could try to pitch around him, it could be a really good start for him, I think. Like around 7 of the 9 batters in this spot. Well, they will have to bring out their pitcher will have to hit, so like 6 out of the 8 batters will be righties for the most part. And Flaherty, his K rate is way up against righties, 31.8%. And like I said, he's been a lot better at home. So if he can just keep his control under wraps, this A's team is a lot worse against righties. You feel a little bit more worried about them against a lefty. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second pitcher. That gives us with a lot of money to maneuver around the bats and pick some really good hitters in good spots. So for my first guy, I'm going to go with Hunter Renfroe. It seems like whenever this San Diego team is on the road, outside of San Diego, and especially in a good park like Colorado, when they're there, they're always just absolutely destroying. And now they're going to Baltimore. I think this is another spot where San Diego can put up maybe even over like 7 to 8 runs, or put up a 10 spot. They have that kind of upside with the power they have. So at 5,400, Hunter Renfroe, this guy's been absolutely going off. A perfect DraftKings play, just because his upside is so good with his home run ability. Doesn't really hit for average. He's just trying to mash the ball over the fence every time he is swinging the bat. And he's going against a guy in Josh Rogers. He's going to be the primary long relief guy, who's giving up a ton of production to right-handed batters. Hunter Renfroe, very good against lefties in his career. And like I said, big park upgrade. He has a 366 ISO so far in the year against lefties and righties. That's just his total ISO, so extremely good power. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first hitter. Then I'm going to pair him with Manny Machado here, a little bit of a revenge narrative at 5,500, going back to Baltimore. And this guy has been on an absolute tear recently. I don't know if he was getting ready for this Baltimore series, but if you look at his last 10 games, absolutely crazy stuff. I don't think I've ever seen a game log like that where the guy's gotten double digits literally every single game. He's averaging 18.7 DraftKings points on average, 6 home runs in 10 games, a 478 average. So the guy has seen the ball extremely well, going against some bad pitchers for Baltimore, like I mentioned, and they're implied 6 runs. So Machado, this guy was an absolute beast every time he hit in Baltimore when he was an Oreo. So if he can kind of rekindle that and continue his success recently, we know that this guy has the ability. It just he had a really slow start in San Diego and struggled a little bit with the Dodgers. But with him in good ballparks like Baltimore, he's always capable of showing what he has. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second hitter. I'm going to go with Stanton, another guy, extremely good power, 4,600, finally hit a home run last night. his first of the year, and I think that can get him going a little bit, get his confidence, and he's going against a bad pitcher in Clayton Richard. Kind of a perfect matchup for him because Richard isn't a great strikeout pitcher. He's allowing 45% hard contact to right-handed batters, and Yankee Stadium extremely good for home run power. And against Richard, he's 4 for 8 with a double and a home run, and we know he had really good power against the lefties last year with a 329 ISO against them. So the Yankees, they can put up another big number here against this Toronto pitching staff, and Stanton, I think he can easily lead the way. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third hitter. I'm going to go with Vlad Jr. He's just way too cheap, 3,200. Been saying it all year. We know that this guy is going to be an absolute beast in the future. It's just whether you can put it together now. He has been a little bit up and down, but not that bad recently. 15 and 12, 2 out of the last 3 games. Some games he's been dropping some goose eggs, but against the Yankees here, it's a good spot. I mean, we're not sure who their starting pitcher is going to be, or like I think they're going to start out with probably like Chad Green to start out the game, and then go with a long relief guy. But in that sense, it's probably not going to be that great of a pitcher. I mean, all their other starters aren't going to pitch like Paxton, Tanaka. So this could be a bullpen game, and I think Vlad Guerrero can easily get to one of the guys here in a ballpark like this. If he can just catch one hanging over the middle of the plate, you can absolutely destroy it in this park. So at 3,200, like I said, a guy of his power upside, way too cheap, and just needs one swing of the bat to return value on the price tag. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as the final guy. That leaves it with a good amount of money left over just with that 3,200 salary incorporated. So you got Bumgarner, Flaherty, Guerrero, Machado, Renfroe, and Stanton. Some big hitters and some pitchers in good spots. So good luck here tonight. Hope you guys won a lot of money. Slap a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more videos. And we'll see you back here again next time.